Welcome back, everyone. The internet and the world is figuratively on fire this week after an attempted deconstruction of our democracy thanks to our own lame duck president. In the days following the attack on our Capitol by domestic terrorists, many social media platforms gave Donald Trump a temporary suspension, and then almost universally, major internet platforms have given Trump and others in the same camp inciting violence online the permanent boot. Other Twitter accounts have even been banned because Trump asked them to use their accounts to tweet. This ban spans wide, like wide. Look at this graphic from Fox News showing all the major sites that have banned Trump. From the obvious of Twitter all the way to TikTok, the platform he tried to ban himself. Irony is too immense to comprehend, to Shopify, just like a merch hosting platform. Now, while the rule of doom humor continues and current Twitter humor is absolutely undefeated, a lot of people may see this as petty retaliation from companies that just don't like Trump. Trump has neared and crossed terms of service on plenty of websites in the past 4 years, and he has been given miles of runway to keep spouting harmful things online. So these companies could have done this ages ago if they really wanted to, which begs the question, why this time? Post January 6th, the legitimacy of threat of violence has changed. It's very clear that continued rhetoric and blatant lies about the actual state of reality surrounding the election could very easily cause more actual real violence and loss of lives. Russell Brandom from The Verge put it really well. They are simply a desperate response to a desperate situation. These tech companies see that more people will die. Yes, die. Sit with that. Because our president's ego is simply too fragile to exist within the realm of reality. The heightened threat of baseless conspiracy theories must be met with more forceful action, and since the institution set in place to protect American democracy has done anything except that, these companies are doing what they can to keep the public safe. Now let's address the loudest opposition to this move. Many people are very aggressively claiming that this is a blatant disregard of First Amendment rights. And let me be very clear and concise about this. That's not how the fuck it works. First Amendment rights surrounding speech, press, and religion are in correspondence with how the government can react towards what people say and feel. Private citizens and companies are not bound to this in the same way. Social media companies are platforms who create their own rules for users, known as terms of service, that are the guidelines for how people may use the platform. They vary from platform to platform, but pretty much across the board, creating real-world violence from threats and actions online violate terms of service. Let me put this into a metaphor. If I invite you over to my apartment, I am inviting you into my space. That's my platform, if you will. I can create whatever rules I want to because it's my space. If you come over and threaten to kick my cat, that's against my rules, and I'm going to get you the fuck out of my apartment. You can stand on the street and talk about kicking cats all you want, because that is within your First Amendment right, but I can still kick you out of my apartment because you're a piece of shit. Now, after you talk about kicking cats while out on the street, you go to my neighbor's house and kick their cat. You can bet I'm not going to let you back in my house because you're probably going to do it again. That's why a lot of these platforms are kind of preemptively banning Trump, because he's just going to do this exact same rhetoric on their platforms. I think these platforms need to be a lot clearer about exactly where each account that gets banned crossed the line, and these bans need to be processed fairly across the board. This kind of procedure needs a lot of ironing out by major social media platforms, especially Twitter. And do I think there needs to be a conversation about how much power some of these companies have? Absolutely. But stopping a sitting president from tearing down the fabric of our democracy is a far more pressing issue that should not have stopped these companies from giving these domestic terrorists the boot. So no, this is not censorship. Your First Amendment rights are not being trampled on. Donald Trump's rights are not being infringed upon. These companies get to make their own rules because they're their platforms. And if every single platform on the internet is banning you, maybe you're the asshole. So just something to think about, because Shopify doesn't want merch about getting their cat kicked. Anyways, thanks for watching. Stay safe out there and check your sources. Peace.